I guess from the title you can already understand that I really don't have any new updates. It's mainly just going to be shoutouts and Q&A. So, yeah. Nothing really has happened RC-wise this week. I've had more bad luck. I got sick again from a different friend. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm not even following my own advice of not getting sick. Can you believe it? And on top of all my other financial problems, yeah, my lens popped out of my glasses, fell under my foot, and broke. So I had to glue it together, and that's just what I'm going to have to deal with until I can get the, $200 or so together in order to buy new glasses, because I need new prescription. It's been a while since I've gotten glasses. So yeah, I need to set up that Patreon. I meant to do it last week, but no, I just didn't have time. Being sick again and then going to work, I just had no motivation to do anything but sleep. So, enough of that. Let's go right to channel shoutouts. So, channel shoutouts for this week go to Isaac Bursch, Hunter Howard, Matthew Moreno, Lifelong RC, and Victor Dobrinski. Guys, if you want a chance at a channel shoutout, well, just ask for one in the comments below. If I choose you, I will give you one. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and do some Q&A. Sorry if I sound all congested. Like I said, I got sick again. Ugh. So don't get sick. It's going around a lot and it sucks. So let's go ahead and start off with the first question, which of course I lost my place. Here we go. This one comes from T&J's RC. Would you ever get the Proline Performance transmission for your Slash Stampede Bus or Bandit? I've always been kind of skeptical of getting this, mainly due to the fact I saw a video a long time ago of someone who bought it and they cracked the casing by bashing. It's not really the most treated plastic for bashing, and I like to bash my RCs. So I always stayed away from it. If you're interested, RC Bros 2000, he has a video where he does a review on it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind getting it. It's pricey. It's not cheap. It's more for performance, not really bashing. So if you're really into racing, it would be something you would want to get. Me, I would probably just get it just to see what it's like, but I don't know, have the drive to go buy something that expensive when I would honestly prefer the RPM gearbox right off the bat. Next question. This one comes from RC Carrier. It's a popular question. What upgrade should I get for the Stampede two-wheel drive build? What upgrades do you recommend? Right off the bat, aluminum hex hubs, and then all the other things I always suggest: RPM A-arms, shock towers, caster blocks, aluminum bulkhead, steering blocks, and axle carriers, RPM front bumper, and a wheelie bar definitely helps. Of course, it should come with it. Well, unless it's XL5, it doesn't come with it. But if you have a VXL, definitely get a what's it called? Wheelie bar. Gosh, I'm blanking out all kinds. It's a freaking medicine, guys. I'm so out of it. Alright, next question. What is your engine setup for your T-Max, aka high speed, needle, and low speed? I honestly do not know, and I don't want to mess around with it in order to find out. Adjusting the high speed and low speed needles is one of the most painstaking things in my opinion, because depending where you live, humidity, altitude, all these things come into play, especially weather, time of the year, if it's cold, hot. I mean, all these things play major factors in order for you to get your RC running. And it's such a pain to figure out, because even though I have the T-Max set up to run, I can't run it during winter. I have to readjust the needles, and I don't want to do that because I already got it adjusting perfectly for summer run. So yeah, I haven't touched those needles for a long time. I don't even want to dare figure out what it is. I'm sorry, dude. So this question comes from Stampede RC Kid 10. I was wondering if you could help me out with having problems with my 1/16 Revo VXL. On the rear differential, oh boy. On one side of the teeth keep chipping on one side, and there's only 3 or 4 teeth. I rebuilt the rear end of the car a couple of times and I don't know what to do. You're destroying the diffs. You're gonna have to shim them. If you get shims and shim the rear diff, it should take care of it. 1 or 2 should be enough at your state. Since you've had to rebuild it so many times, I would suggest at least using 2 shims. I actually have a video showing how to do that. But it's one of the problems with the e-Revos is that basically the gears can come apart, and when they do, the teeth grind and they break. So you want those gears as close as possible, and what a shim does is it pushes those gears closer together so they won't come apart and rip each other apart, which is a pain. It's not a cheap fix, and it's a pain to deal with. Next one comes from Marky by Yeah. I think Marky by Yeah, there we go. Best Traxxas Hex Allen set you use for Traxxas models. Hoodie. Like I've said numerous times, guys, hoodie is the best way to go. I have other sets of hex screwdrivers. You can find them all over eBay, and that's what I usually do. Is I go for the, I think, carbon dioxide, or they're carbon coated, whatever, but they're meant to just be stronger. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's just a gimmick to make you buy it," but you can actually find the bits pretty cheap. But I highly suggest you stay away from Allen wrenches. I have stripped so many screws using them, so getting a hex screwdriver definitely makes a difference. Like I said, MIP is the one thing everyone suggests you get. I haven't tried them personally yet, but I will sometime in the future. But for now, I'm sticking with hoodie. There we go. And do you balance your RC wheels for better bearing life, less vibration? This is one thing I've been wanting to do for a while. There is some sticky blue stuff that you get, but there's this sticky blue stuff which works like tacks, where you can go ahead and push paper on it and then you can stick it to the wall. People use that for balancing their tires. I've been wanting to try it, I just never have. I should actually make a video on how to do it because it's really not that hard. I did it with Deimos. He's the only RC I've ever done it with, and I haven't been able to get him run fast enough because he takes off so quickly and he's still so light. I need to get more weight on him so he's not so wobbly and flies everywhere. But yeah, that's the only RC I've ever done the balancing on. Otherwise, like I said, I like to bash my RC, so performance really hasn't been my number one thing with running them. Next question. Alright, this question comes from Quentin C. How did you get the Castle ESC and Valenium motor to plug in together in Nebula? Because I know the wires are different sizes as well as the plugs for the ESC and motor. Let me go ahead and get her. Nebula, you are temporary fixed. I still haven't driven her since I have fixed her. Alright, so as you can see with this setup, what is this? The Sidewinder 3. Sidewinder 3 has the wires that actually hook up perfectly to the Valenium motor. I don't know which ones exactly, because I know there are different versions to the motor as well as the Sidewinder 3. But as you can see with this one, the ESC is the one that has the wires that come out. The later ones, I know that they don't even have these wires. They actually have, you just plug the motor into the ESC board. I don't know if that setup would work. I know there is ways you can buy, here we go with another blank out, adapters that would help take care of that problem. But yeah, for me, I didn't have to do any modifications. The only thing I had to figure out is which colors go with which colors, because for the first time I tried it, it didn't work. Then the second time I tried it, the motor worked in reverse, and then I had to reverse, I think it was a black and white wire, and then it did the trick. So yeah, if you have this setup and you want to try, it's not going to destroy the motor, just gotta make sure you find the right colors. Because yeah, that was a problem. Because when I found out that it was running in reverse, I realized that it would go in reverse really fast, and when I went forward, it didn't go that fast. And I was like, why is that happening? And I realized that I had the wires mixed up, so yeah. Just be careful how you set that up and make sure that you got the right setup, because yeah, you can mess that up. Next question comes from Justin's RCs. Have you ever thought about getting another team associated RC? At this point, I haven't thought about getting any other RC. The only thing that's really crossed my mind that I've talked to a couple people about is building an X-Max. This is not going to be a cheap build, but there have been offers to help me out building it, which I think would be pretty cool. I would really like to build an X-Max. I still want to build an E-Revo. A lot of people aren't too happy about that because I built the mini E-Revo, and the mini E-Revo is pretty much identical to the full-size E-Revo. So seeing a whole new RC that everyone is really into right now, like the X-Max, would be an awesome build that would get a lot of people's attention. But getting another Team Associated RC, I haven't thought of it, but I'll definitely look around. Alright, so on to the next question. Have you ever thought about the dual steering servo setup for Titan? I didn't know there was a dual servo setup. I know I could do it for Jester, which I have thought about, but I haven't thought about it for Titan. I'm going to have to look into that. Oh yeah, by the way, that came from JXX21. Sorry about that. Next question comes from Calvin Ramen. Or Ramen? I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. How do you remove a strip grub screw? Actually, I have an explanation for this with my how to change a pinion and spur gear. At the end of that video, I will explain exactly what I do in order to remove a strip grub screw, because it's not one of those things you want to happen, believe me. It sucks. Last question comes from Donkey Commander. 2 questions. When are you going to upgrade vids for Deimos when you said you were going to install the Tekken system? Or Tekken. Tekken, tomato, tomato. I really don't know when I'm going to be picking up Deimos again. I've been working on him, just trying to get weights balanced out on him so he slides everywhere when I drive him. I actually had footage of this a while ago, but I deleted that video. When I get this Patreon set up and get my finances set up back in order, I will definitely get back to making upgrades for him. Am I ever going to get the Tekken system? We'll see. We'll see. On one side of your cars, the Traxxas Bandit, you had the Millennium motor and the Castle ESC. What kind of adapters did you have to connect with them? Actually, I just showed you how to do that, so huzzah! But yeah, those are the last questions from Donkey Commander. And we'll go ahead and skip to the end now. Alright, and that's the end of this update video. I guess the only thing I should go ahead and touch a subject on was someone brought up the question that, well, not a question, more of a statement, that what happened to my channel. For people who've been longtime subscribers of my channel, I have gone through a lot of changes. Back in the day, when I posted a video, it would easily get 3,000 views. Nowadays, I'm lucky to hit 1,000. I'm more close to the 800, 900 range. A lot of things happened to my channel. A lot of it good, a lot of it bad. It's been a roller coaster, I'm not gonna lie. When I first started this channel, financially, I was a lot more stable. I was in a good, healthy relationship with someone, and things just worked out. As time went on, a lot of things happened in my personal life that really ruined my inspiration to do anything. And they kept going, or it kept getting worse. It really did, guys. And these aren't minor things that I'm talking about. My mom passed away from cancer is one of them. My 11-year relationship with someone that means the world to me ended, and other things happened. I mean, this is just life. Now, because of these things that happened, finances are going to go like this, because I have to pay for certain things, things have to be adjusted, and things have just changed over time, and I've had to grow to be someone different, as everyone has to experience in their own life. That's the reason why my channel has changed, as it reflects all the changes I have gone through in my own life. My update videos now are nowhere what they used to be back when I first started. When I first started, there was a lot more shout outs, there is tons of viewing or showing of other people's videos, and just there is a different kind of feel to them. Nowadays they have a whole different feel to them, and it's been quite an experience. The neat thing, though, is that I never gave up on my channel. There has been times I've had to take a break. I'm not going to lie about that, because, you know, you can only handle so much on your plate of life. But I'm not going to give up on this channel. Like I said last week, I want to go and set up this Patreon, and I want to start making a lot of videos again. I really do miss the feel of how this channel was when I first started, and I really do want to bring that back. When I get the Patreon set up, I will definitely put a video up showing what you want to do, how you do, and basically if you want to donate me $1 each month to help out with upgrades, awesome. Like I said, right now my finances in the dumps, guys. My work has gone through many changes. Just a year ago the owner went bankrupt and I didn't even know if I was going to have a job. So we have new owners. My position has changed. My money and pay has changed drastically, and for the worst of it, it has gone down. So I have to pick up shifts in different positions, and there's a lot going on. I know that a lot of people on the surface are like, why aren't you making videos? Why aren't you buying upgrades? I mean, come on, look at all this stuff you have. Can't you do something more? No, I can't. And it's not like I'm just copping out and not trying. It's just life is busy. It's hectic. It's hard. And I'm just trying to keep up with it. But I'm not going to give up on this channel, guys. So for the ones who have stuck with me, thank you for all the support. For the ones who've lost interest, I'm sorry. I mean, I tried, but I'm not going to be able to satisfy all my viewers. Sorry about that. I really am. But either way, thank you everyone for all the support. 2017 is starting off rough, I'm not gonna lie, but not gonna give up. I will make this year better. And guys, I wish you the best of luck. I will see you next week. Keep RCing, keep living, stay healthy, don't get sick like I am. If your friends are sick, stay away from them. I didn't learn my lesson the first time. I learned it the second time, and yeah. We'll just end with that. So guys, take it easy.